What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about Polestar. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, break it down on what's been really moving it, and if right now is a good time to buy or not. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So Polestar sitting at $1.20, up 5.26%, $1.16 the low, $1.21 the high. So it does show some signs that it wants to move higher, and as of late, the last several trading days, it's been getting more and more volume. A couple of different attributing factors to that. One is them putting out their Q4 numbers on January the 9th, even though on a year-over-year basis, sales were down. I think it's like 15%. Intake was up 37.2%. And when they put this number out, it really, I guess, reinvigorated some buying for Polestar. So as of right now, the PS ratio is 1.2 and the future is 0.5. So Polestar is like absolutely discounted like crazy. So essentially, even with that mixed data that did come out on January the 9th, the Q4 numbers, the expectations for Polestar are so low, this might be a very good time to potentially buy, because even like kind of neutral data is being seen as positive for Polestar, and they do have something big coming out in a couple days. So this was posted in October, and they reiterated this recently on social media, but they are going to be providing a business update on January the 16th. It's going to be live streamed, and as well they're going to be giving some, I think it's still basic information from Q3. Somewhat of a red flag, but once again, with such low standards on Polestar, this might be a very good time to buy. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day and all the other fun jazz. The only thing of substance I really wanted to bring up was this right here. So can Polestar 5 handle the heat? So I think just a lot of EVs are really moving and gravitating towards Dubai, and because they've been really spending a lot of money on their infrastructure to accommodate EVs. So I think in general this is kind of a good thing. No matter what though, they have to really ramp up, and especially they're getting orders, right? Their last numbers came out and they are like, order intake is up 37.2% from Q4 2023. So essentially they just need to get the job done, as plain as day. And as of right now though, you don't really see that much big transactions on the secondary market, so big money is not really buying into Polestar. Rather, it is just algorithmic trading, and randomly you have shorts. So right now shorts are returning 3.05 million shares. 8.88 is that percentage of the free float being shorted. Works out to be 33.97 million shares. So as of the last little bit, you've actually seen shorts return. So the peak was about 10.2 on December the 24th, and again they've been returning. So kind of random, because that you don't normally see this, especially in the EV sector. Like a lot of shorts have been doubling down, not actually returning. So I think this is even further confirmation that Polestar's like just expectations are so low. Even they know, they put out just saying that, hey, we had breakfast and the market's going to be like clapping up and down and cause the stock price to go higher. So that again is a kind of reconfirmation of that. Utilization 90.55, and then short score is 85.95. So the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. Moving over to options, Polestar's never been popular for options, so take this all with a grain of salt, but 3,000 in calls, $468 in puts. So very low stuff. 53% of all the options being done today so far are bearish in nature, and just kind of looking even at its peak on January the 3rd, there was 115,000 in premiums, both calls and puts. So again, Polestar, just based on options, it's just nobody really cares about it all that much. But of the call options that are being purchased, you see a consensus for it to be above $1, and that's for expiring this week. Bears are anticipating for it to be sub $1.50. So even in that regard, they see a little bit more upside. Although, again, take it into consideration, there's only been just two, that's it. just 2 as far as volume. So yeah, it is what it is. But aside from that, with it at $1.19, it is slightly above this pivot point, so the between the R1 and the pivot. So $1.16 will be a strong support, followed by $1.07. Flip side, $1.24 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So we'll just have to wait and see what does happen with the market. PPI just came out, kind of in line with expectations, but I think just everyone is holding their breath for CPI, which is coming out tomorrow, and that one could be a very, very damning one. So we'll just again have to wait and see. But based on this right over here, I'll give you a good summary, because I haven't done all that much in Polestar videos. So there was a new analyst rating 8 days ago, 33-cent price target. That is absolutely insane. Bernstein, Daniel, who has a 49% success rating. So as a consensus, 79 cents is that price target, 33.6% downside. So even though Polestar is only at $1.19, consensus is that it's going to continue to pull down. So that is very, very interesting. Again, shows just the expectations for Polestar are absolutely like very, very low. And based on the latest 13 Fs, it does show that institutions and retail and strategic entities have been going up. So most likely that is attributed to dilution. Just they haven't submitted their earnings yet, so most likely there is a certain level of dilution occurring. So maybe once they submit their earnings, that might dampen the mood a little bit, or market might not really care all that much at the same time. So let me know your viewpoint on that. On a side note, if you want all this information, so analyst ratings, forecasts, everything that you need for a good kind of analysis, take a look at IBKR, completely free, link in the description below and also the comments. But as far as right now, let's kind of look at the technicals. So you do have it above the super trend, so that does mean algorithmic trading is really propelling it and pushing it higher. So that's adding as well that nice level of support. And right now it looks like a massive mumbled mess right here. So it is right now above the ALMA, kind of flirting with that looks like 200-day moving average right now. The next kind of key point, which it did try to break above on January the 6th, was that 100-day moving average. So going forward, that's going to be a key one to again watch. And right now, if you can kind of see it, that yellow line right there is that 50-day moving average. So Polestar is kind of wedge bound between, as crazy as it sounds, the 200-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, and the ALMA. So usually in this type of circumstances, when stocks are so compressed and trading within a set parameter and set range, this is where you could see a aggressive push higher, or flip side, aggressive push down. In my opinion, just with the low expectations, like I said, I think in general you might see a little bit higher highs, possibly, but what do I know, right? Let me know your thoughts on Polestar. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What is your overall just thoughts on Polestar? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I launched it roughly around a month and a half ago. I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers. I put out day trades, swing trades, and also long-term plays as well. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.